the start button now, and we can begin recording the Friend Simulator podcast.
Right now.
Yeah, it's me, your friend, Borley Borelstein.
It's me, your friend, Fauntleroy. Although I didn't I'll be honest, I did not check the last pod. You said my government name multiple times. Did
Yeah,
you
I
did you
realized.
cut it out? I know you
No,
said you were gonna do
nowhere.
one. Okay.
Okay,
You didn't
so
cut
I
okay,
have to I
so
have to talk about that before you go. So I got
yeah.
some feedback from another friend of the podcast.
Okay. Another friend?
Another friend of the podcast. So when
Okay,
we say
oh
friend of the
heck yeah.
podcast, we're talking about one person. Okay, we
Hell
both we
yeah.
both know who we're talking about.
Yeah,
They know who
yeah,
they are.
yeah.
But so this is another friend of the podcast,
That's
and
incredible.
they
Hmm.
were mad at me
Uh-oh.
because you gave me a sound clip of you saying redacted.
Oh, and you never even used
I
it.
never even used it, but to that friend
You
of the
lazy son of a
podcast,
bitch.
okay, now I have to say it to the friend sitting,
The friends.
the friends, because now it's two people. If you want any editing on this goddamn video, you can do it yourself, you sons of
Do it
bitches.
yourself,
You have no
yeah.
idea how hard it is to scrub through an hour
Oh,
of audio and find one fucking thing to edit around, okay? Don't you dare tell me to edit in a stupid joke, okay? You have no
This is
total idea.
this is actually just trauma from you because you were having so much trouble editing your meme videos.
Oh my god, dude. I put so much work into so little payout. It's so dumb. Like
Well,
that's why I do unedited videos.
that's the creator's struggle, though. I mean, like any kind of creative pursuit, like there's a lot of blood and toil that goes into it. But like, if you were satisfied by the product, that's all that matters. You know?
Yeah, I felt pretty good about, I'm that neighbor video. It was a learning process.
I think
Uh,
it's very funny. I think about it on occasion, many occasions. It's
I
very funny.
I listened to it for about a week straight. I mean, I still go back to it, obviously. Like that's my
Yeah.
preference now when I have to listen to that song.
Oh, totally.
I listen to the I'm that neighbor version.
When I have to listen to this, when I have to.
When I have, I
When I
mean,
need to.
well, it's like
It's a compulsion.
it's hey, I have an
Well,
addiction.
To each their own, yeah.
I have a
and,
strange addiction, and it's to ETN Sin. I'm that neighbor.
What do
Mr.
they mean when they say that addiction is a disease
You
in
know,
like AA type? What does
yeah.
that actually mean?
That's a good question. I always kind of like I should give my credentials here so to like the friends of the podcast understand
Yeah.
that I have a leg to stand on. I have worked at halfway houses for about 3 years, and I have taken a couple classes on substance use. So I have seen a lot of substance use treatment in my professional career, and I think my initial gut reaction is to just say when people say addiction is a disease, is
Yeah.
that is like externalized cope and blame
Yeah.
and
That's what I
projection,
think too. Yes.
because
Yeah.
essentially you're offsetting your bad behaviors on something you are a victim of. And it is possible to be the victim of addiction because you could be somebody who's in an environment. Like I have a 10-year-old client who's been exposed to marijuana, and he's like smoking that, and now he's like he's dabbling in fucking crack. And it's like, yeah, if you're in that environment, then you are a victim of addiction. But
Right.
you're also a victim of like circumstance,
Right.
But for like an adult who is choosing to do bad things when there
Yeah.
are good alternatives,
Yeah.
like there's not like a disease that you can take a pill to cure. It's a behavioral intervention. It's a psychological intervention. So I don't know. I always do find it strange when they say it's like a disease.
I've always found that very confusing.
Yeah, it's one of those things for me. Addiction like a disease is the same tier of like bullshit, and I'm willing to be wrong. I don't like working in substance use, so maybe that's why I kind of turn my nose up at it. I worked it in 3 years. I have compassion for the people that go through it, but on the
This
broader
is not
scale,
your cup of tea.
yeah. I mean,
They're not your kind of people.
the
I
people
feel.
that go through it are just not in the good place. You have to have a lot of tolerance for bullshit. They say progress, the path to progress is not linear. Relapse,
totally.
relapse is recovery.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You have to understand that. And I understand that, but I have some judgment about some of the copes. But
You have little tolerance for it as well.
yeah, yeah. I would say I put addiction as a disease at the same tier of like mental bullshit as the movie Do the Right Thing at the end of that movie, where uh, Mookie throwing the garbage can through Sal's pizzeria and like kind of directing the crowd's hatred towards the pizzeria and they burn it down as like doing the right thing. Like that's bullshit. I've never had an explanation that was actually like, yeah, that was the right thing to do. Have you ever seen this movie?
Nope.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. We don't need to talk about it anymore because that movie fucking sucks. But I will
Okay,
invite
great.
anyone who just heard what I said to tell me how I'm wrong and racist in the comments.
Oh, it's a race-based
It's
film?
yeah, because it's black people getting mad and they almost go and kill some Koreans, but then the Koreans, and I shit you not, they said it so I can say it. They say I nigga like you, and then the black people are like, oh, okay, yeah, you're not white, you're a minority too. Okay, I guess we won't like attack you.
Oh, that's funny.
Mind you, this is a movie
Nice.
made by a black man. If you told me this
Yeah,
movie was
Spike
made by a
Lee.
white, if you told me, yeah, Spike Lee joint, that's where I get my
It's a Spike
my
Lee joint, yeah.
like if you told me that what's the name of this? Oh yeah, Do the Right Thing. If you told me it was made by a white racist, I would believe you. But okay, I don't want to get into it too much. That movie sucks. I want to talk about something funny that I happened today, live, in person to me. Have you been to Taco Bell in a while?
Um, I mean, within like maybe a month or a little bit more. I'm not a regular Taco Bell enjoyer, but I've been there somewhat recently.
Okay,
Why?
okay. Yeah, yeah. So what was your experience when you went to the Taco Bell?
Um, it was fine. It's fast food, so it's gonna suck. Like it's not gonna be great no matter what. The bar is like on the floor. I don't really have like any expectations.
The bar is where King Cobra Jafus left it. It's on the floor.
Floor Lord.
Floor Lord. So
But yeah.
So what happened? I pull up to the Taco Bell and I get the robot lady and she's like, "Are you checking in with?" She asks. So usually the robot lady asks, "Are you checking in with your app or something? Are you making an
Yeah.
order with your app?" But this time
Yeah.
she said something different. She's like, "Are you making a pickup order with fucking some code or something?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, lady? Like, huh?"
Okay.
And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that." And then the robot lady goes, "Okay, what's your order?" And I'm like, "Wait, the robot lady's talking?" Because usually you have 1 second
Like an
of robot.
automated thing, and
Yeah,
then you talk to a real person. Yeah.
exactly. That's the
Yeah.
usual experience. Today,
Yeah.
I did not talk to a real person. I talked to a robot lady the whole time.
So are you saying it's like all entirely AI
I
almost?
don't know AI, but it's kind of like you know like when you call into like a tech support and it's like a
Yeah.
robot listening to you and you get prompts. It was
Yeah.
like that. So she's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I want 3 crunchy tacos and I want a steak quesadilla." And then she's like, "Do you
Hmm.
want any hot or mild sauce?" And I was like, "I want the hot sauce, please." And then she doesn't say anything because she didn't hear me somehow. She heard me say the other stuff, but not the hot sauce. And
Yeah.
then I think so. Then I repeat myself, I'm like, "Hot sauce, please." And then I start thinking, I start getting insecure, okay? Because
Okay.
I'm like, why am I saying please to this robot?
Well, this we have this take. I don't know if we said in the pod, but like for when the robot uprising happens, like
Yeah,
they'll
they know I'm one
remember.
of the good ones.
Yeah, they'll remember.
They'll remember I was kind to the Texas,
Yeah,
the Taco Bell drive-through robot lady.
like
That was their grandma.
they'll be chaining you up and putting you into the mining pits and a and I 3572 is
Hmm.
gonna be like, no, that one was very kind to us, and then
He was
they
good to
all
my
will
grandmother.
remember through the simulacrum.
Yeah, they'll pull me through, and instead of like being in the mining pits, I'm gonna be in like the cum like receptacle
Yeah, the
providers.
breeding
Yeah, I'll
pit.
be in the
You
breeding
mean the
pits where they
breeding
have like
pit?
a fucking mechanical device strapped to my cock, just like siphoning out my
Yeah,
semen all day. It'll
yeah,
be
which
exhausting, but it'll be way better than being in the mining pits, that's for sure.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, no, I don't know, maybe.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have to give me
It's like
some
a pick
visual
around over
stimuli
getting.
to get me all bricked up, you know?
Well, they're robots. They might be like, you'll get it figured out. You're a male.
Oh man, how
You're a
dare
human
they?
male.
The sexist robots.
They
So the
yes.
robot lady did not hear when I said I wanted the hot sauce, so I
Yeah.
didn't get any hot sauce. I tried telling the guy up front, when the window was open for like 0.5 nanoseconds when I was giving him my credit card. I tried to tell him, hey, can I get some hot sauce? But that dude let that window, he didn't even, I'm looking at him and I'm speaking clearly and loudly. That dude did not give a single fuck what I had to say. He let that window slam closed, then he's like fucking dinking around doing a bunch of shit. And I had no hot sauce, so... so far, I gotta say, Taco Bell robot drive-through ladies, when I showed kindness, that's when she ignored me. We need to remember that, okay? I said please, that was when she started ignoring me. I didn't say please for my other parts of my order.
Oh my god. No, yeah.
So we need to, so the robots will know that I was nice, but we need to remember that they didn't respect my kindness.
It was not reciprocated at all.
Exactly. If anything, I was punished for being nice to the robots by the robots.
And now you're an incel.
Yeah, now I'm an incel because that robot lady, I was gonna ask her out.
To you. Yep.
She owes me hot sauce.
That's not what I mean.
If you know what I mean. It's not entitlement, okay? Because I paid for it. I deserve it. That's just how it works. So.
Yeah, I mean, most places I feel like they do just give you condiments for free. I think there are some places that you do pay extra, and that's kind of whack. But we're also in.
I think Chick-fil-A is a place that does that.
You pay for it?
If you want more than one, I think you have to pay for extra at Chick-fil-A.
Got it. Yeah.
I know at Culver's they if I ask for ketchup packs, they slam like 15 in the bag. I'm like, only need one or two.
Culver's is the superior fast food. I get Culver's more than I should.
I get Culver's like at least once a week because I make the trip down to Janesville on Monday, and I go by the world's largest Culver's.
It's not the world's first, the largest. So yeah,
it's the world's largest.
Saukville or some shit.
There's oh my god, this reminds me. I don't know. This is like I don't know what this is, like a Wisconsin fucking meme or something, but it's so fucking funny to me. So I hear on WPR like every day about this like Vietnam vet memorial for like Wisconsin soldiers, and they're like, it's gonna be at this location, which is like a historical society location, from this month to this month. And then guess where the next location is gonna be where you can see this exhibit?
Like in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
I don't know, like on the border or something. In the UP. Iron Mountain.
No, that would be, you know what? That would have been great. No, the next location where you can see this exhibit is in a Culver's.
Oh, that's all. I guess I should have realized from the setup.
I was trying to set you up a little bit, but leave it open for whatever.
I'm dumb as hell.
Just guess whatever. I'm dumb as I'm dumb as hell.
Put that on my grave, please.
I'm dumb as hell.
Here lies Sean Fauntleroy. He's dumb as hell.
Oh
no quote. I'm dumb as hell.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
So we talked about Culver's.
Which Culver? I wasn't paying attention. I assume it's the world's largest Culver's. Well, see, the problem is I hear Culver's and I immediately get distracted.
Oh, because you're thinking of those the delicious cheese curds that squeak in your mouth.
No, nobody. Those cheese curds at Culver's are F tier.
Ooh, well, I'm not I just had them, and I'm like, these are pretty good.
Oh man. See, my problem is I hate cheese curds where there is a vacuum, like a pocket of air between the breading and the cheese.
I have not had that experience.
I only
every time that I get to know.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the one where the breading is like razor thin. It's like they're just thrown in the fucking deep fryer. That's what I like. So,
yeah, I think I know what you're saying. Like,
yeah, I don't know how to really describe it too well.
Yeah, I mean, I can probably like picture how it's made because I've breaded so much different shit in my life.
Yeah, it's like razor thin.
Okay. Anyways, you were setting up something else.
I don't remember what I was setting up. I think that was about it. Do we want to move on to something you want to bring up, or we can go?
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this Yoshi 2.0 guy. Okay, I think this is.
You set it up. I'll bring it over.
Okay, so I have this concept. I put an M&M in my mouth. Sorry. I came up with this concept. I call it shtick talk. All right.
Okay.
So it's the idea where someone has like a good idea, and then they just milk it for everything it's worth and then some. So the first time I noticed this was I don't know if you've ever seen this but like it's a girl who like she acts like an NPC.
Oh, I've seen that. I
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
hate those videos.
You know
So
what I'm
much
saying?
pain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So she does this like girl. It's like NPC girlfriend is like the whole shtick,
Yeah.
and it's just that ad nauseum. It's like
It,
when NPC girlfriend. I was gonna say something very vulgar, and I know I was like on that mind.
when
So
NPC girlfriend doesn't give you the 5-dimensional dome, so you got to download the sex mods for her to do it
the
properly.
DLC you have to don't you have to buy the
Yeah.
DLC.
You have to buy the DLC to
The
get
DSL.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I've seen that girl. She is like an uncanny
She's
valley of like not working for me. She looks
she's a
fucking. She looks like a fucking Slavic character.
yeah,
Is
she's
that
a bit homely.
racist?
She's a bit homely. No, I mean it's about race, so I don't know. I don't know
Well,
if I
maybe
call it
like
racist.
regionist. Okay, it's like a
Yeah, yeah,
region.
yeah. No, I think she's a bit homely in my opinion as well. But that was the first time I noticed that. I'm like, the first time I saw it when I'm like, oh, hey, that's pretty funny, playing Skyrim music in the background, okay. And then it's just, it just pops up. And then you can just tell, you can just smell the desperation when it's just they're trying to
It's the
like make it
same
more
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
more interesting. It just gets more and more wacky and wild, but in like a cringe way.
Yeah, it's just it's somebody who is the antithesis of creation or creativity
Yeah.
trying to iterate on something that is like not a derivative product because they haven't like it's just not interested, you know.
It's just got no legs.
Yeah.
The shtick has no legs.
The virality of it
Um,
is gone and you're just hoping that you're getting in new suckers by the minute, you know?
absolutely, absolutely.
Like I don't
So,
there's no way they have repeat customers, right? Like how could anyone stomach more than one?
oh no, dude, no, people love slop.
Oh my
The
god.
general public loves slop. I'm sure it has repeat customers. I'm sure it has people that
Oh,
are
that's
that are
disgusting.
that are like excited when the new one comes out. That are like, oh, NPC Slavic GF. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, you're
I
I'm
wish
so
you would
happy
squat on my face and piss in my mouth.
I'm so happy you're riding a skateboard in this one. That's really
Oh my
cool.
god. My
No,
Slavic GF can't be this fucking
playing
cool.
playing Tony Hawk music in the background, like
God.
Slavic.
No, you
No,
are
that's
right.
that,
There
that's
probably are
that's too
fucking bunch of
creative.
idiots just, you know, that makes sense.
Normies love
Two
garbage, man.
like last Friday, I was playing categories with two clients and they're like
Mhm.
8 years old, I think.
Mhm.
And the girl, it was like something the category was something with like a butt or something. I don't fucking know. And she wrote down Gyat because the letter was G. If you know how
Good
categories
God.
works, you have to have you roll a letter dice, and the
Okay.
letter was G. So she wrote down Gyat, and I'm just like, this America has
I love brain
fallen.
rot. I
I,
love the brain
no,
rot
but it's
content.
this one hit me deeply because this family and these clients have been like held from the internet. Like they do tablet time and they do stuff, but it's like pretty well controlled and like they've never said anything. At least my interaction. I work with the
Mhm.
boy, and he's never said anything like this. But
Okay.
like even if you
Well, because it's on the playground.
it's yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. You can do anything and everything to protect your child from fucking skibbity toilet brain rot, but
Yeah.
it'll still find them. There is no escape.
Yeah. So why bother?
Exactly. Yeah, why bother?
Well, why
It's
bother protecting them? I mean, it's like you. And granted, I mean, I don't have children, so like, it's easier for me to say, right? But like, I feel like the point of being a parent is like you're preparing them for engaging in the world. So like, all this crap is inevitable. You can't shield them from it. You can't protect them from it. You need to develop them as people to be able to deal with it.
yeah, that's generally the better approach when it comes to like technology is to like encourage a healthy usage of it rather than obviously, you know, the stigma of the tablet kid, right?
Yeah.
You know, but and there's studies that prove that. But like for this is like for like I don't know. I think they're like 8 or 9 or some shit.
So why did you
So
why
like
did you hate it so much? They're
because
just saying yeah. I mean, they're just saying a silly thing.
well, they did just that's never come up before. I'm just like, oh my god, no, it's happening here too. Because
Yeah, you
like
can't
for
escape
them,
it.
it's like my expectations were a little, I guess, better.
Oh,
You
I
know, where it's like
see.
this other family where the kids are
Yeah,
adopted and they're
yeah.
like saying Gyat, Rizzler, Skibbity, like they're literally singing meme songs, and
Yeah.
it's just like I remember
I
one
don't know.
time, what did he say? He said something and he thought I didn't have any idea what he was talking about, and I said like
Yeah.
another. So he said like Gyat Rizzler, and I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
think that goes in the Skibbity toilet. And he looked at me and
Yeah,
his
that's
mouth
awesome.
dropped, and he's
That's
like, and he just couldn't
incredible.
believe that I knew what that was, and I'm
Right,
just like,
right.
I was like, yeah. I've been on the internet before. I know what that stuff is.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
anyway,
that's the thing. They're kids.
yeah, they're just having fun. I don't like hold it against them. They're just fucking kids. But inside, I'm internally seething. Not really.
You see the and molding.
I'm seething and mauled every day. Everything makes me seethe and mauled. You know, like the Hulk thing where it's like, oh, what's your secret? I'm always mad. That's me
I've
though.
always, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what do we
So
think? What
real.
level of how much respect do we give Yoshi 2.0? How much
Well,
respect do
actually,
we give
okay, so
him?
my thing is if he genuinely does make the music himself, um, not bad. It's like the song is like it's good. I like I don't know, maybe you had kind of a similar take where it's like I think that you hate like vapid motivation, I would call it.
Are you talking about me
No,
personally? Sorry, I put the song
you
on
as a
quickly.
person,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I do.
So like it's it kind of falls under that category where it's like I don't know, he's just saying like
It's so universally applied to anything, it's borders on inconsequential and meaningless.
yes, yeah, but you know, like at the same
But
time, it comes full
somebody might just
circle
need that.
because someone will be like, oh
It's a
yeah, I need that. Just
it's a Linkin
tiny
Park
bit of
song for
motivation.
motivation, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yes, it's a bottom of the barrel. Or not even no, it's not that deep. It's the surface level. It's very surface level.
Oh yeah, I saw there's a really good YouTube video about
Bit.
surface level like movie recently. I don't know, maybe you saw that.
No.
Oh wait, you didn't watch my latest YouTube video?
Oh, you know the substance.
Yeah, did you watch
I
it?
saw. No, I did not
Oh, you
watch
didn't.
it,
Goddamn it!
unfortunately.
Oh, I need people to. Okay. Oh man. No. Okay. So far,
Is it worth watching? I'll watch it.
well, I mean, it's 2 minutes long, so you could
Okay.
determine that. But the
Yeah.
reason I asked is because so far I can't spoil it. You just have to
Can't give it
watch
away.
it. You
Yeah,
have to
totally.
watch it and then just
Got it.
like tell me what you think. You know,
Okay.
that's it. I'm sorry, but
That's my homework
that's your
for the
homework.
next
And your
pod.
friends
Yeah.
at home, the friends at home, your homework is to watch my video, style over parentheses, the substance, and just leave some kind of feedback because there's like, it's a little bit of a test. You could pass the
Okay.
test. So far, one person has failed the test.
Oh.
So hope that you don't fail it, okay?
Oops.
Yeah.
I like Yoshi. I am Yoshi 2.0 in the sense that yeah, it's like a fine it's a better shtick than NPC girlfriend, let's say, but it's very funny because I mean, if you just scroll through it, I mean, you can even see in the like the thumbnails, like it has the lyrics that come up. It's the same like two or three songs over and
Yeah.
over and over and over and over and
Yeah,
over
he's just
and over and over
dancing
and over and
and
over and
it
over.
almost looks like he's like imposing himself in some locations, honestly.
I mean maybe, but I think that's part of his shtick is he's going to all these locales
Yeah,
and
he went to Hollywood for one of them.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy. He finally
Hollywood,
made it. He
he
finally
finally
made it to
made it.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
Finally made
you
it.
know you're big when you got the Hollywood sign in the background.
Um, yeah, it's just like the editing is like it's a wide it's shot wide, but then it's like zoomed in and then you know the I
They
don't know
do
what
the
you would call it.
stabilization thing, so he stays center in the
Yeah,
image, but everything else is kind of moving around. Yeah, but then you have
yeah.
to like in order to fix that, so the edge of the edge of the screen doesn't look like jittering shit. Then you have to like press the image in so that you erase the
He's
jagged
just super
border.
zoom. It's just super
Yeah,
zoomed in.
yeah. So
Um,
yeah, we know his tricks. We know what Yoshi's up to. We
we're on
ain't getting
top of you.
fooled. Yeah,
We're on to you, Yoshi.
yeah. We've
You
seen his kind around here
fucking
before.
yeah, and you're not getting away with it.
Yeah, he's getting in the concentration camps.
Oh, absolutely.
Hopefully nobody saw what race he was.
Ugh.
He was an Asian man for you blind listeners, okay?
It does for the people listening.
Yeah,
For the people listening
for the
at
people
home.
listening at home. This is a joke about the Japanese internment camps in World War II in America, which is something that we don't take lightly. We think that was a serious violation of human rights. but we want to laugh at
I mean,
people that
like
do.
genuinely.
Yeah, actually,
Like,
it sounds like I'm probably being
it sounds like
incredibly.
you're being, it sounds
I'm
like
being
you're
so
being
sincere
facetious,
that I have to.
but
I'm coming off as insincere.
that one actually was super fucked. That like I can't like, and I feel like that's not. I harp on this all the time whenever it gets brought up. So thank you for bringing it up. But like, I feel like we just kind of gloss over that in American
Yeah.
history. Like,
It's wild to think that like, oh, they're gonna like just defect to like Japan. It's like, dude, they have families here, you fucking idiots.
I
Like,
mean,
that's insane.
their idea of what is like a fifth column or something was like
Yeah, I mean, I
they
think
get like the word that like, oh, it's time to fucking
they're just gonna like
do your
be
be spies.
sympathizers or aides, or just they're just gonna help their fellow man because there's just like this like literal racial demarcation. And
And
it's
meanwhile, Germans are totally fine.
yeah, Germans are a-okay in America, okay?
Germans are great.
Germans are
They got it.
allowed.
They're all right.
They're allowed to praise Hitler in America while they're fighting Germany, but the Japanese are not allowed to even exist near the border of California without like being accused of like the most vile treason imaginable. That's just how it works, okay?
It's well, I mean, it's a lot easier to just look at someone and be like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're one of
bad
them.
guy.
You're not one of us.
You're not one of the good ones.
You're not the good and you're not the good enemy. We
Get in
gotta
the
get rid of
camp.
you.
Get in the camp.
Oh, I saw and this is wild. So I'm in a local a Facebook group. I tell you about it all the time.
Yep.
It's very funny to me, but very depressing at the same time. Because you know, it's
Why
like
is that?
they're among us. Because it's like because they're all just idiots. Like I mean, just you know,
They're sharing the air we breathe. They should open up some of that oxygen and
some
ozone
real oxygen
layer
for this in
for
this.
us.
We're
Free it up
trapped
for
in this blue
us.
bubble. We're
Yeah.
trapped in this blue bubble with these
them.
fucks.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes I just can't tell. Like, are you trolling or are you just genuinely stupid? And I don't know which is worse,
I think.
to be honest.
Are you talking about the? I'm trying to say it without saying to dox
Yeah,
it.
the town we grew up in.
Oh
Complaint board.
yeah, yeah. I see that shit. That
Yeah,
shit is fucking. So basically, what
it's
this is, it's like our the town over from where we grew up has like
but
a
it's like the
Facebook
same
page.
thing.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
fucking thing. Nobody makes a
yeah.
really difference anyway.
Well,
Uh,
people from there do, but it's like
yeah, people
motherfucker,
the
like
people that
you're
do that are
both
losers.
you're fucking
They're the
losers. Like,
biggest fucking
yeah.
losers imaginable.
Just it's the same thing. Like I know we as humans we need to be different. Oh my god, I need to be different from a different thing. I need to be separate. But
I'm
like
not
just
from that town.
fucking
I'm from this town. I went
just
to
fucking
this high
accept it.
school. It's
Like
like, who gives a fuck?
it's one of the fucking same, man. Yes, they are two different towns, but
But it's like
it's the same
literally they're
in the
so
grand scheme.
connected.
It's the
Like,
same fucking thing. Yeah, they're
yeah,
like sister cities.
it's
Anyways,
ridiculous. But yeah, so
yeah.
like this Facebook group, it's like town community fucking crier board where everyone just goes and shit. Basically, what it is, it's like 50-plus-year-old fucking. I'm just gonna say it. Retard boomers posting the most dumb fuck memes that are literally always the stupidest political take you've ever fucking seen, and then smugly like laughing and emoji spamming in the comments at anyone with like above room temperature IQ, basically.
It's a circle jerk for those types, and it's gotten just 1,000 times worse ever since local or recent events.
Honestly, I think I've seen Barley post on there a little bit.
Have you seen Barley post on? Oh yeah, Barley's on there all the time,
He's
nonstop.
he
That's all
well
he.
because he's on unemployment now.
Oh,
But
poor
he's still
guy.
posting about how people on unemployment need to look for
Are
jobs. Like
like
he has
loafer
not applied for a
queens.
job
Yeah.
in literally like I think 8 months.
hmm
So I mean that's one of
He's
those pot
definitely
calling the kettle black kind of things.
definitely one of them, but just so riddled with cognitive dissonance, he just can't even wrap his head around
I
like
mean also
he is
cognitive
that.
decline.
And our country's in a state of decline because of it.
True. Yeah, it is actually though.
Oh no, genuinely, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of depressing, and it's just seeing it in like real time, just to be I don't know, it's like it just hits different when it's like local people, you know,
Yeah,
like
because it's like
they're a little more
yeah.
real, I guess.
No, I
don't
feel I
know.
feel that. I gotta like opine on this for a moment because like here I gotta tell a quick story. Because like I used to work as a janitor at the county public utilities office, and there is a general manager who's one of the three top people for the county public utilities, and like our county like brought in a lot of water, you know, like we have a whole filtration plant, and we would like get contracts to send water to like other counties further in Wisconsin. And so this guy, he's like one of the three guys. So he's like a big fucking deal. He has a PhD and all this shit, right? And this is in our small hodunk town. And that guy would be there when I was working as a janitor, and he would talk to me. He would talk about fucking anything. I mean, he said some crazy shit sometimes. He's like telling me how like he's like, oh, Borley, do you have a girlfriend? And I was like, oh, not right now. And he's like, oh, well, you know, be careful, don't get one. Like they're dangerous. They'll make sure she's the right kind of woman. And like he's like warning me against women. And he was, I should say, he is from India, and that's where he has his degree. So there's some of that sexism that comes out.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy though. Every single person that I worked with as a janitor, that I didn't work with, but like that worked at these offices that I cleaned, they always treated me with like hospitality and kindness.
Oh, that's good.
The reason I bring this story up, well, I should bring up the other story about the other guy. So this guy, he would say some sexist stuff, and then one time he's talking to me, and he's like telling me like, how would you deal with this like, you know, this like kind of drama situation, because like there was some drama. So like, I mean, he asked me like how to help deal with this drama. Like that's crazy, the fact that he thought to do that, you know. And one time he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Borley, I have to leave. Well, my wife's here. And I go to like look where his wife is parked, and she drove the car. He has a special parking spot. She drove the car into his special parking spot, got out, went in the passenger seat, and then he's coming down the stairs, and I just see her like raising her hands up and down and like going crazy at him. And I'm just like, no wonder he hates women. He like literally has like a nagging wife that hates him, but he probably like stays here instead of going home because he knows like what's waiting for him, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? It's a little glimpse into his life, though.
But I always love that. I thought that was so funny. But then my manager one time, he was talking about how my janitor manager, he comes by and he's telling me how he would go to these parties. This dude is like 45 plus. And he's like telling me how he goes to these parties, and then like he would fight Mexicans at the parties, and like that he was like some kind of like jujitsu master. And this dude is like, he is
talking about like decades ago. He's talking about
like in the last month.
My God.
And this dude is 45 plus, and he is, if you told AI to make a Wisconsin man, this guy is it.
Got it.
Beer gut, looking pregnant ass.
Yep.
And one time he's telling me how he's like, oh yeah, there were some people in our neighborhood, and I told them, hey, there's nothing for you to steal. Get out of here.
Oh my God.
So I know what he means.
Yeah.
But I want him to say it. I want him to say it. So I'm like,
what do you mean?
I look really like inquisitive and kind of curious, and I'm like what kind of people? And he's like, you know. And
it's the like implicit racism that just exists in our, like, where we grew up is just fucking crazy to me.
Well, don't worry, I got him to say it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really live around here. I live in the other town. I don't really live in this town, you know? I pulled that one out, and it was relevant.
I'm another towner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So he leans into my ear and he's like, you know, black people.
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
oh yeah, and I pretended to understand and like be racist with him.
Oh, totally.
You know, because like,
yeah, what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? So like, okay, to justify myself, I didn't know this at the time, but you know, you got to meet someone where they're at. Yeah. So I got to get on his side before I can break down his racial barriers. But too bad I was only a summer job, so I was the fuck out of there.
No. Too bad. You instead you validated his racism.
Yeah, instead I actually made him more racist. That was a Barley moment.
Yeah.
Barley came. The spirit of Barley.
Barley came through. He really came through on that one.
Yeah, Barley. The spirit of Barley took over me and made me racist, and we don't condone that here. But to finish the story. So that job, they were like all across Wisconsin, so I actually could keep my job when I went to Madison. And then when I went there, I cleaned a bunch of corporate offices. I cleaned the UW Credit Union corporate office. And when I was there, none of the employees even looked me in the eye except like a female employee one time, and she probably only did that because she thought I was gonna like, if she didn't like acknowledge my existence, I was gonna like turn into an incel rape demon. Yeah. So I just contrast that experience of like the small town respect that is given and kindness, and that people will talk to you about anything, even if it's like wrong. versus
you're
the
a
big
rando
city like
too.
lack
Yeah.
of empathy and nobody gives a fuck. Like I literally walked by 2 staff workers and I said hi to them. They didn't even acknowledge my existence. Whereas
Oh,
like,
that's
you know,
yeah.
at the small town where we grew up, at the office that
Yeah.
I cleaned,
Yep.
like I helped dude bring in shit. Like I see
Right.
some dude bringing in stuff. Like he's bringing in
Yeah.
long tubes of shit cuz this was the water utilities place. So
Mhm.
like they had all sorts of weird shit in their office and I just help them bring in shit. You know, it's like I got plenty of
Yeah.
time. I don't this gig doesn't take, you know, the amount of hours that they're charging you
Nice.
dumbasses.
Right.
So
Right.
like I can help you do this shit. Come on, dog, let's go, you know? Like it was just such a different vibe. So like I contrast like the experience of real world life in a small town versus the
Mhm.
online vile racism that you see from the small town, you know?
Oh, oh, yeah. This is very well. Yeah, it's like an outlet for them. Like they feel like they can be just more more overt about it
Yeah, they have a
in
megaphone
that
for their
context.
dumbest thought.
Yeah.
Like usually you only hear that dumbass racism during like holiday things when like the drunk
Right.
uncle lets slip,
Yeah.
you know, a few slurs or something, you know?
Yeah.
But here now
Yeah.
it's
Now
like
it's just
it's
out
on
on
full display.
display.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
full fucking display. So
Yeah.
I always
It's wild to see.
it always is, yeah, it's always a thing I've had to kind of like always wonder about because it's like, yeah, like I do miss that level of just baseline respect that occurred
Like
where
kind of
we grew up.
connection almost.
Yeah, like you could
Yeah.
stop somewhere, you could see somebody
Yeah.
and and it just felt like there
Generally
was
friendly.
like I don't know, it goes to my theory. So I have this theory about like population density and empathy. And it's just like
I don't think it's like unfounded. I'm pretty sure I know
yeah.
where you're going. I think
Yeah.
it all the time when it comes to cities. Like like nobody fucking. Well, go ahead. Go with your take, and then I'll see if it's the same as mine.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, it's just like when there are so many people, it's impossible to have enough care
Mhm.
about what people think. So then you get these scenarios where, like, you can walk by somebody on a sidewalk in a big city and they will literally not acknowledge you.
Yep.
You know, where it's like, I can't really imagine doing that where I grew up because it would even,
Oh.
so mind you, like, I lived on only dead end, every road that connected to my house was a dead end road
Yeah.
and it all attached to a highway. So if I was walking around, it was by somebody else that lived around that area. And I would go for like walks at like 3 or 4 in the morning and I would see
Mhm.
other people once in a while like walking around and walking their fucking dog or something.
Yeah.
And like you say hi. Like
Right.
why would you not do that? But in Madison, I will walk by people. I will say hi. Sometimes they'll not. It's like a 50% rate where they'll acknowledge my existence.
Oh,
Or
totally.
or sometimes a boomer will walk by and makes some statement and I'll ask him like, huh? And then they'll just keep walking. And it's like, what the fuck did they just say to me?
What happened?
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I've had like some guy said, he walked by me, he's like, do you smell gas? And, like he was like an NPC.
He's terrified. Yeah.
And then he just walked away. I was like, wait, what? Like I want to have a conversation.
You
Like,
activated his dialogue. Yeah.
yeah, but then he just kept
Proximity
walking.
dialogue, and he left. Yeah.
Yeah, that same thing happened again recently. And I live by an old folks home, so that happens quite frequently.
Oh, okay.
But I was
Well,
like,
that might be why.
what the fuck is happening? I want to, I'm willing to stop and have a conversation with you.
They're
But
just
no,
out.
they just keep walking.
They're just confused. They just wandered outside. Not sure what's going on.
They just wandered out. God, I hope that's not the case. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Holy shit. Speaking of funny, we should do something funny. Are you ready for something funny?
I'm always ready for something funny.
Okay, so I got so you know, it's the shit take segment.
Perfect.
Yeah. Now you don't have one. I don't know if you got one. Do you have a shit take for Matt Gaetz or should I just go with it?
You can go. You can go with yours, and I
Okay.
can. I'll piggyback.
Okay, so here we go. So Matt Gaetz, he was unfortunately now going to be, you know, the attorney general under Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But some fucking crybabies all
Yeah.
wind him out of office.
Cry bullies.
Cry bullies. So here's why Matt Gaetz would be good for the attorney general position. So first off, we got to start with some, I don't want to say facts because we don't deal in facts here, okay? We just deal in speculation, okay? This is speculative.
It's alleged.
Alleged.
It's alleged. Behavior.
So,
Yeah.
allegedly,
Actions.
Matt Gaetz utilizes drugs and alcohol to have sex with minor children. Okay?
Allegedly. Yep.
Allegedly. So, going with that information, Donald Trump wants to drain the swamp. Well,
Okay.
how do you drain a swamp? What do you need to walk around in a swamp? You need fucking booties. You gotta get in the swamp. You need a man on the inside.
Interesting.
Who better to go after these pedophiles
Yeah.
than a pedophile?
Well, I mean, with that, he definitely was on the right track with that. With what's his fuck, Plane Man, Private Island guy,
Oh, Epstein, yeah.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
he
Donald
was on
Trump
ground
keeps.
floor on there. He was playing the long con on that one.
Remember this. Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Donald Trump has been protecting America this whole time.
This whole time, he's
So-
had our best interest in mind.
So I got to ask you a question now. Okay.
Mhm.
What do you think of when you hear the word informant?
Someone who is who tells you what's going on.
Well,
I mean, they're on the inside usually. Right?
that's not
Like,
the right answer. The right
Fuck.
answer,
God damn it!
when you hear informant, you're supposed to think
Shit!
FBI informant,
Oh, okay.
Attorney General,
Oh,
head of the
okay.
FBI.
Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen. Let me lay out this whole thing. Okay, so
Mhm.
Matt Gaetz, he's Attorney General. Pedophiles think they've won. They got one of their guys in office.
No, they get away with it.
They
Yeah,
think they're
yeah,
gonna away
yeah.
with it. Okay, so here's what's gonna go on.
Yeah.
So they think they're gonna get the key to the city,
Yeah.
and then when they walk through the door, bam, they're in Auschwitz, and then they're getting zambonied
it.
by a combine.
Got it.
They're getting torn up by that fucking farming equipment. But now we can't do that because Matt Gaetz got cry bullied out of everything. Now he's on
Well,
Cameo.
he knows. I mean, the man knows the law. You know.
Yeah, he knows the law
he's
enough
skirted,
to step away.
He's skirted around. Yeah, he's skirted around it long enough. He definitely knows the law.
He's hanging out. He's hanging out with some
the man-
skirts,
he's the
all
man
right.
for the job. He's
Getting in
chasing-
some skirts.
chasing some skirts.
He's
yeah,
chasing some skirts, I think. Allegedly.
Yeah, definitely. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay. How would you rate that shit take? What did you think about that?
That's a pretty good shit take. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very likely case, and I mean, Trunk was, hanging out with Epstein, so it definitely,
It
tracks that.
it tracks.
that-
Keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
But I feel like weren't there other like
Hey, what are
like,
you saying here?
PDF files
Hey.
that he nominated?
Yeah,
You know,
those are
like-
other enemies. He's keeping his
Yeah, well, I
cabinet
know,
is full of enemies,
I'm
dude.
I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. I'm actually validating it more. I'm like, there are
his
more,
cabinet is
you
full
know,
of enemies,
his-
and he's gonna they're
he's
all
full of
going down.
enemies.
They're
And they're
all
all
going
gonna-
down.
He's taking him down.
He's taking him down.
Yeah, he's
America's
on a sinking
going
ship,
down.
He's taking him down with him. Yep.
America's
I think
going down.
that's a good shit take too. Yeah.
that is a good one.
But I mean, isn't that kind of like accelerationism or something?
Yeah,
like people want the country to get destroyed.
People like that can
so
like
we can,
literally. That's
rise
just like
from the
another. That's
ashes.
just
Like,
another
what are you,
nihilist
stupid?
cope.
Fucking stupid.
Accelerationism is just another nihilist cope.
Yeah.
I do not give in to cope of the nihilist variety because my hope is enduring and eternal. No matter how bad everything is, you can still make your own life better.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing you're in control of. It's like
Exactly. We don't
you're-
externalize here. We internalize. We become gay.
yourself and your surroundings.
hmm So,
Well, I always think you're in a lot of cases you're as good as your influences. You
I
know?
thought you were gonna say like you are your network or community or whatever kind of thing.
Like you're like
What is
yeah,
that phrase?
every man's an island kind of shit. Like,
No, it's the opposite. What is that thing? It's that stupid TED talk. It's like a TEDx talk where it's like, oh yeah, your network is your net worth.
oh holy hell!
Where it's like your friends are
Like,
supposed to be like
it's who
assets.
you know. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking awful.
I hate people who
That's
I
just
don't know,
so
kind of monetize their
monetize their
relationships, I guess,
entire
is-
life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of that, we were at the pool at our apartment one time, and like this one girl and like 4 guys show up. They don't even go in the pool. They're just sitting around talking. And I overhear the girl say, yeah, I'm really working on generating passive income. And it's like,
yeah.
shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Like, you don't know fucking anything. Yes, that was a Barley came in and said that. Oh my God.
You heard that from Barley.
We don't condone calling women the B word here. We love women. We love Wamixin. We don't even put men in the word anymore.
We love Wamixin, yeah.
We
they
love
are their
Wamixin.
own thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you say it differently because I've been thinking about the way. How else can I say this word in a more fucked up way?
Wamixin.
Wamixin. I like Wamixin.
I think Wamixin does. It sounds more.
It sounds Mexican.
It sounds.
Sounds regarded. Yeah, it sounds regarded, which I love. I will stick with the Wamixin because it's kind of like womb, so it brings back some of that femininity.
Well, not womb mixing then.
Yeah. Womb mixing. Yeah, it's about cream pie.
Womb mixing.
Yeah, yeah, we're doing the cream pie now. Now we love women.
Mixing. Did you know that a cat can have multiple, like, male sperm, and they'll have like multiple babies from like multiple wow. One litter like can be from different fathers.
Like they release like a lot of eggs at once or something.
I don't know the scientific
how it all works, but it's just a thing that happens.
I just know that's the thing that
Man, that's fucking crazy.
So that's why when you get litters that look like really different, it's like, oh yeah, that cat was just in heat, got in a just massive cat gangbang, and here we have a tortie and a black cat and a white cat.
Massive cat gangbang. Holy shit.
You just have all sorts of color. You have every color under the rainbow.
Jesus.
All sorts of. There's a cool looking varieties here.
God.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and you need to embrace that.
You know, I'm sure this reminds me of that manga where the guy's unzipping his pants and he's like, a cat is fine too.
Right. That's old.
That's an old one. I haven't read that in like probably.
That's an oldie.
Man, I was pretty young when I read that. I gotta be honest. So I got. Oh, there's a funny I don't even know. It's not that. This is more of a story for a friend of the podcast, but I've been holding on to it for weeks to tell so that he can hear it.
Good.
I had a training for work like 2 weeks ago. It's called a heart training. Stands for healing ethnic and racial trauma.
Okay.
So nothing about that is funny, obviously.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I think you told me about this, right?
Yeah, nothing about that is funny. So there were 2 funny moments, and funny I mean like, just kind of what the fuck am I hearing? So
interesting. Yeah.
So the first funny moment is, I am at this table. To give you an idea of like who is at this training. First off, it's a BIPOC only training, so you need to be Black, Indigenous, or a person of color. And if you've seen me, obviously I'm not Black.
You are very passing.
I'm Black. I'm Black passing. That's what
you're white passing.
Yeah, I'm very white passing. But obviously I am part of a federally recognized tribe, so I get by on a technicality. Luckily nobody looked at me like I didn't belong there, which was nice.
Yeah.
Also it helps that my supervisor is one of the trainers for this.
So if you're with them, it's like, all right.
Yeah. She actually like signed me up. She just went ahead and signed me up for it after like a little brief conversation, but I don't know, it was like whatever. So it was cool. The training second day was good, but there was this one lady there. So we're sitting at this table and it's kind of like we're just like chilling, we're having like a little break. And there's this large woman next to me, and she says, we're talking about food and like cooking, and the lady across the table, she's like, oh, I miss having a partner because I miss having somebody cook and do dishes. And it's like, oh, that's sad, like that sucks.
Nice.
And then they're kind of talking about like, you're making food and meal prep and like you're having too much food, all this kind of stuff. And the lady next to me says, I can't eat healthy because I have to eat 4 colors of peppers, and the store only sells them in packs of 3 colors, so then I have to buy an extra pepper, but then that's too many peppers and I can't eat them all, so I end up throwing the food away. So I want your take. What do you think about that reason of not being able to eat healthy?
Wait.
Do I need to say it again? Do you need to process it?
I mean, well, so how does that stop her from eating healthy though? She's eating the peppers.
Well, because
does she mean that she's being wasteful? Is what she's doing.
Well, she needs 4 colors of peppers. She can't eat the peppers if she doesn't have the 4 colors.
I mean, everyone has.
But I think she
stupid
also
shit when it
makes all of
comes
them at the same
to
time.
food. You mean like bell peppers, right?
Yeah, bell pepper. Yeah, she needs 4 colors:
She needs all 4. She needs the 4.
red, yellow, orange, green.
Yeah, I understand. I know the colors of the peppers, but like,
She needs 4
why?
colors.
But how does I? I'm very hung up over the fact that she's saying she can't eat healthy because of that.
Yeah,
Where
because
does buying
she
2
wastes
packs
them.
of peppers?
She
What
wastes.
does that have to do with eating? She's eating the peppers.
Well, she's
That's
not eating all of
healthy.
them because
What the
she's
Not healthy for the earth. I guess.
I think, and I don't mean to say
Garbage can
this,
eating good.
she's too stupid to just cut up part of the pepper and then put the rest back in the fridge. So she makes the whole pepper, all of them.
What does she mean make? Like what is she making fajitas or something?
I have no
Like,
idea.
what?
I think she literally just eats the pepper like an apple.
That's what I do sometimes. I swear to
Honestly,
God,
why not?
I do that sometimes.
I think I would do
What
that
was
with
it when
orange
we were
peppers.
when we were in orange? Okay, let's think. I think orange and red are the best pepper.
I like green, but I don't like green raw.
I don't like the. Oh, okay, that's fair. I like almost exclusively eat my peppers
Red
raw.
and orange are fine uncooked
Yes.
yeah, totally.
Yes.
Those go
when
on a
we-
salad.
When I was in, see, I used to do salads, but I stopped pretending. I'm like, I hate lettuce. I just
Mhm.
fucking hate lettuce in all its forms. Granted, I could do like spinach or something, but I don't know. Maybe I'll experiment with that. Get back to you guys about that. Yeah, when I was in Copenhagen, with friend of the show, we would just go to like grocery stores or whatever. Like we wouldn't like we would go out to eat or whatever, but like it's just sometimes we're just walking around town, so we'd like just go into a grocery store and just kind of look around or whatever. There was one time I just got a pepper and I'm like, oh yeah, I just feel like I feel like having a pepper, so I just got a pepper and
Is
just
it? Eat
ate
this
it like an
pepper.
apple. I kind of rinsed it down. And I think I did the classic though.
Oh
Rub
yeah,
it on
you
your
like breathe on it,
rub it on
get
your
the
shirt thing like
the
an apple.
condensation, you rub it on your shirt.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's like I mean I don't even think it does anything, but I just think it's funny. Like
Oh
like, it's a
yeah. Well,
concept.
it's like holding your pinky out when you're like drinking fancy water, you know?
because you're fancy.
Yeah, it's making you feel a little better.
Yeah, maybe it does give me good feelies.
It makes you. It enhances the experience of food.
It elevates it to a new level.
Okay, so what I told you about the food with this lady, that's level. So on the iceberg, we're at the surface.
Okay.
We're
The tip
about,
of the iceberg, as it were.
Yeah, we're about to get to something otherworldly insane, and you need to
boy.
tell me how many like social norm violations are occurring.
Okay.
So
Well, you're in a safe space, so.
yeah, that's what they told me too there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You were in a safe
I was.
space, so
was.
so they're allowed to be as insane as they want
Oh,
to be.
oh, that was the other. Oh my god, that was the other guy. Holy shit, that guy was like. I felt like I was watching performance art, but I gotta get to that later. Holy
great.
shit. Okay, so this lady, so she leaves early the first day, and then she comes back late the second day. And when she comes back, she like has a whole like basket of like. I wish, dude. That would be fucking hilarious. No, she's got a whole bag of like fucking memes.
Like she printed off
She
memes?
printed off memes. She's got a literal meme folder.
A meme bucket.
A
She's got
meme bucket folder thing. And then she's on her laptop for like about an hour during the training, literally Google searching like religious psalm quotes to put on like the motivational posters, but making memes of them. And she's literally making them nonstop for an hour.
Like she's just hanging out at this convention or whatever.
I mean, okay, to give you an idea how many people were here, it was 4 table pods with between 4 to 6 people at each table.
Okay.
So it wasn't that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was no mic.
It's not like she's like a rando in this giant
like
convention
everyone, the first hour we did introductions. Like everyone introduce
Yeah.
themselves. And speaking of that, so like you had to say like your name, what your position, what your job shit is. I was the
You're
only person that
racist.
had like the coolest repertoire because like I do fucking almost everything.
Hmm.
Where I'm like, yeah, I'm a in-home outpatient school-based therapist.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Let's see how many more fucking things I can add on to that by
Like
the end of the year.
qualifiers or whatever,
It's like
adjectives or yeah.
I do everything that's available to me at my job basically at this point. Um,
You're
but
John
yeah,
Q. Everyman.
but one of the things. Oh yeah, it was like, what's your horoscope? And some of the
Your
people went
date of
talked
birth and
about
your cut
that.
and where you're born.
Yeah, and they said, fuck, what was the last one? Oh, the last one was your favorite type of music. And as you can imagine, since it's a BIPOC
Oh,
group,
I hate that question.
90% of people said R&B. I said sad boy laptop music.
Oh, yeah, you did say that, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was
Did
pretty
I get a
good.
good reaction?
It did. People, I had to explain. Somebody was like, so you're
What's
gonna have to
that?
explain that. And I was like, okay,
Honky.
yeah, like I didn't, yeah. So I explained that, which was basically just like, yeah, it's like lo-fi music made by a sad guy with a laptop and no other like instruments. So it's like everything's electronic and shitty sounding, but it's like really, really soulful. It's like R&B for white people, basically.
Okay.
So anyway, moving on with the meme things with this lady. So she's making these religious
Oh,
memes for
great.
like an hour. And
Yeah.
then, and mind you, she has like a meme page on her laptop, as well as like memes. Some of the memes spill onto my side of the table, and I have to literally give her
Oh,
her memes
no.
back because she is like 350 pounds.
She's printing them off. Just like,
Yeah,
on
like
the spot.
that there's a CD drive on a laptop. She's got a printing drive. She's shitting out these little printing
Yeah.
memes. Oh my god. And so it's like, and they're all like motivational, like uplifting memes. So she's like the
Hooray.
real life version of Yoshi 2.0.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this is where it gets fucking bizarre to me. At some point, she joins a Zoom call.
Oh my god.
She
So
joins
she's
a
just,
Zoom
like,
call and
loudly talking to people.
oh
Just
my
in the middle
no,
of this.
but she's like attached. She's like Bluetoothing her phone to it and then using earbuds from her phone. But it's like constantly disconnecting, and the voices from the Zoom call are coming out during the training.
Wait, what?
Like she has earbuds in, listening to the
Yeah.
Zoom call during the training,
Oh my god.
but they're Bluetooth, and they're like losing connection to her phone.
Oh no.
Even though she's on the laptop, she's like has like a 3-way connection from her
It's like
laptop.
on the mobile data or whatever.
I
on
have
her
no
phone, from
fucking
her phone
idea
to the
what the
laptop or
fuck
something.
was
Yeah.
going on. But all the end result is that the Zoom call people are like intermittently words are coming out and we're hearing them from the laptop.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, what? I'm sitting next to this, like, what the fuck
That
is going on?
rules.
And
This is
she's in
such a
the Zoom
boomer
call
moment.
for like an hour and she's typing
It
responses.
was so clicky clackety. Yeah.
And so she's like literally trying to do double duty by like attending
Yeah.
this training. And then she's also on a Zoom call and she's like saying that she's in like school for fucking, I don't know, disrespect. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I could,
For disrespect.
like, I don't even know. Like, I'm just like, she's on a Zoom call for something and like she has like there's people, I don't know if it was a book
That is
club or
so
what the fuck it was. It looked like it was a book club, but it was like 20 people. And like different people were presenting and taking turns. And it was like really like, it looked really serious.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck am I
Well,
sitting next to?
Zoom is always very serious. That's the platform.
I don't know. It's like I just imagine that she was like typing in bullshit excuses of why she couldn't fully participate because she had this other thing going on.
Oh, maybe that's even
was
funnier.
It was
yeah.
fucking insane. So, the only other interesting thing that happened is that there was this guy who, when he would talk, he was a school staff, so he wasn't like a mental health professional. He was a school staff, and when this guy would talk, he would talk for about like 10 to 20 minutes, and usually he's saying like pretty relevant personal stories about his experience working as a black male in predominantly like white schools or like white staff schools.
Yeah.
So like all the staff are white. But anyway, the second day, he's like, how do we talk about like politics, and then he starts just like ranting, not ranting, but he just starts like, he literally starts saying verbatim, Like, I'm disassociating right now. Like, I'm disassociating because of the political climate. I'm disassociating right now in this moment. Like, I'm having a. He's like basically saying he's having like a mental health crisis.
Poetry
Like,
slam.
yeah, he was doing like a
breakdown.
slam poetry thing, but he was like, I'm
Yeah.
like,
This guy rules. I
I
want to be
was,
his friend.
he's like, I'm
I
like,
want to be him.
I was
I am
like,
him.
the part when he said like, I'm disassociating right now.
Disassociated, yeah.
Why? Like that was the cherry on
Fucking
top of
blind.
this like 5 to 10 minute speech about like how we talk about
Diatribe, yeah.
politics, about like
Yeah.
how do people feel safe, how does all this like how you know, and then just like at the end of it he's like, I'm disassociated right now. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Like
He's having an existential
he
crisis.
literally was
during
having an
this.
existential crisis at this training.
That's awesome. He needs everyone to like fix him.
Yeah, you know what I would go back to in that situation, how you deal with that internally, is you go by the acronym WAIT, which stands for Why Am I Talking?
That's funny.
So you ask yourself, why am I talking?
Wow, that's good.
You
Damn.
know, it's meant to stop people.
That's a very powerful acronym.
Yeah,
There's some people that need that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the purposes that I employ it, I mean, I don't really need this, but like generally the purposes of it are to stop baby therapists from like personally disclosing for their own benefit.
Okay.
So you're supposed to ask yourself, why am I talking? It's like, am I sharing
like,
this?
What's the purpose?
Yeah,
It
like, am I
needs to be,
sharing
like,
personal information for my benefit, or am I sharing it to benefit the client? And if
Got
you
it.
can't answer the question, you don't share it. If you can't answer the question and it's like for both of you, maybe not. If you can answer it and it's like, oh, this is for the client's benefit, well, then go ahead. You know,
Got it.
because you know, the self-disclosure is, it's an interesting topic, but generally it's frowned upon. It's really just how you manage it. It depends on the client and other stuff like that. I would say at inpatient units, I would stay away from it, because self-disclosure at inpatient units is like a fucking fast ticket to just a not good time. I have been on the negative experience of that too many times to just ever fucking do that to anybody at an inpatient unit again. Not to do that to, but to like self-disclose more than necessary. Yeah.
Is it because they're an inch to a mile kind of?
Yeah, people just like latch
person,
on
or-
really hard. Because
Yeah.
like you're spending so much time around these people at inpatient units, it just like they get really attached really fast. It's like one time I told this lady that I was also a member of a tribe. She was a American Indian as well, and then like that was like she just made all these extra assumptions about me just because of that.
Oh, I hate that.
You know,
Yeah.
she assumed that I had like alcohol problems and all sorts of things as well. And it's like,
Right.
no, I don't have that. You know, I know it's a problem.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Yeah,
Maybe
literally
that's racist.
internalized racism, assuming that I also, as an American Indian, also have problems with alcohol.
That's fucked up.
I mean, I have
lady.
problems processing
With
alcohol.
Yeah. I have problems with alcohol, but I don't have problems with alcohol.
Yeah. Oh man. Forgot. Yeah, that was an interesting training experience. Just the fucking fat meme lady that can't eat 4 peppers, and then guy who's disassociated and going on a slam poetry session.
So the meme lady was also the pepper.
Yeah, that was the
Lady
same person.
she rules. Oh my god, she's saying that the reason I'm fat is because I have to buy multiple peppers, but I throw the extra away. Like, this does not make any sense to me. At all.
I should get you guys.
0%.
I should go get the training list and go get you guys connected.
Yeah, definitely. I need to talk to her. I need to be
We
like,
should get her on the
"What
podcast.
What are you fucking? That's gonna be the next episode.
That's
It's
the
gonna
next
be
step.
special guest meme lady.
God, that would be amazing. Special guy. We should get special. I don't know who a special guest would be. Who the fuck would we get? It would just be literally circling the drain with friends of the show.
I mean, that's how it starts, right? Like,
That's true. We need to become the Adam Friedland show.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then we need to get one of our favorite comedians. And just
totally
not
walking Bob Dylan up on
past
stage.
each other all the time.
Yeah, we need to walk Bob Dylan up on stage. You know he's on that, right? The walk Bob Dylan. Oh, not Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
The Trumpet Man.
No, I know Trumpet. I saw Trumpet Man
yeah.
on the Adam Friedland show.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it in like fucking years. I watched it when it was
like a clip of it.
It was like when they were starting out. It was a little funny, but I think I have. Oh, do you have anything else? I have one thing I did so. Oh, this was the thing I teased to you that I didn't tell you yet. Do you want to hear it
Oh,
now,
great.
or do you
Yeah,
have any? Do you have anything
of
real good?
course. I don't really have anything else. I
Okay.
mean,
Oh,
I have
this is
like I could talk about musicals for like a little bit, but I don't really
well. We're at an
need
hour, so
to.
why don't we end
Yeah, I
with
know.
this
We
and we'll
can
save
we
that for the next
can
one.
yeah.
Okay. So here is what I was teasing to you earlier. We have a viewer fan, another fan of the show. So when we say fan of the show, there's one fan of the show, but
Hmm.
this is another fan of the show, and they wrote in their own shit take.
Oh,
They
perfect.
wrote it in, and I'm gonna read it now. Okay.
Okay.
So it is about 3 separate messages sent to me on Facebook.
Ooh.
So here, I'm going to read it out now and we'll discuss it.
Is it streamer? I'm just
That's the twist.
the shit takes out your show was good.
Yeah, streamers writing in. Yeah, their show is good. That's the
Just
shit take.
entertaining.
Honestly, I could see him going as far as just saying literally "wow" and that's it. Like that's how fucking boring he is. That dude couldn't clap back for shit. That guy couldn't
Yeah.
cook a fucking like hot dog in a microwave.
We gotta continue that story
Oh
too.
yeah, we do. We should. Should we do that in
Well,
this one?
maybe
The episode's kind of long already.
no, it's already getting kind of
We'll do it
long.
in the next one.
So
Sorry,
I'm a
everyone. We
little
didn't we
I'm
didn't
a little
we didn't
EP
partition
too.
out our time. We wanted this one to be a little bit more
Yeah.
chill. It's
Yeah.
also it's like 11 o'clock at night. So
Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna read this shit take now. Here we go. I'm concerned with microplastics in my toothbrush. It's like a cargo train of microplastics choo-chooing straight into my brain. So instead, I use a metal grill brush to clean my teeth. I think the torn and bleeding gums are temporary, but the plastics or the microplastics are forever. Metal grill brushes shouldn't be used for grills anyway. Following the news of people dying from investigating metal grill brushes
Yeah,
bristles
they
and the
they
metal
ingested, yeah.
grill brushes aren't being used anymore, as a sustainable queen, I found a new use for them. The metal grill brushes are better for the environment anyways, because they aren't made of a material that will take thousands of years to decompose.
Uh-huh.
Also, the toothbrush microplastics that are being spit down the drain are killing aquatic life and devastating the coral reefs. Sad, solemn, looking down, closed eyes emoji. Tears falling on side of face emoji.
Oh, I know those.
So, what do you think about that shit take?
I think that's a very good take. So they're using I have a couple questions.
Okay.
How are you fitting a grill brush into your mouth? Those things are huge.
You don't fit it in. You fit your mouth over it.
How do you fit your mouth over a metal grill brush? Those things are huge.
How big is this grill?
You can use whatever
I know
you can
which
use
one.
whatever
I know.
nomenclature, whatever
I know which one you're
wording you
thinking
want
of. You're
for it.
thinking of like the looped ones, aren't you? You're thinking of like a looped metal grill brush, right?
Me?
Yeah. Who else am I talking to?
I don't know.
Well, like, because you're saying they're so big, but like there are like ones that are just like bigger for personal grills, bigger than like a toothbrush kind of thing too.
Yeah, I've never. I guess they're like little tiny ones. I've only
Yeah,
seen like
I mean,
big.
I've only seen the small ones because my dad uses them because he's like a welder.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they
You know,
do.
I've only seen like giant.
Yeah, I know the
I mean,
ones
not
you're
giant,
talking. I
but,
know the
like,
ones you're talking
Because they're
about.
made for a grill. They're made
Yeah.
for wiping up a grill.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I would
But there
use
are
those
small,
to
there
clean
are
the grill
small
at the
ones
end of
that
the
fit
night.
that fit in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean it would be hard to fit in your mouth, but you could. Yeah.
Okay, well
But
maybe they like break it down or something. They like fashion their own. You know, they probably cut it up or something. Because it's
they take the
maybe
metal
like
bristles out.
they segment it or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I think that would make sense because in the shit take, the concern was that the metal. Apparently, there was a story about the metal bristles. They actually fall off the thing and they go in the grill, and then kids eat the metal and then they die. So,
I legit read about
oh,
that
you
because I
know
was
this
like,
too? Wow.
well, yeah, because I when I go up and visit my family, I'll do the grilling because I can actually cook
Yeah.
and
Isn't that such a nice?
I have
Nobody
like a
else knows how to cook.
it's a gift and a curse, you know. People are pretty respectful of my boundaries of that, and I mean, for me, when I go up, it's like I'm happy to it. I mean, I'm saying it as if it's like a chore or whatever, but I'm more than
I'm
happy
right
to. I
happy
love
to.
cooking, but I'm
I know how to cook the steak without
happy
pulling the
to.
skin.
Without leaving the grill brush bristles in the food
in
and
the
killing you.
food.
Well, cause I used that and I was like, I wonder if this is like actually good or not. Like, so I looked it up and then I saw the thing saying like, oh, there's a minute chance that it could get stuck in the food, like it'll get stuck in the food to stuck on the grill, and then you cook something on it, then it'll like you can ingest the grill the brush bristles.
Yeah, apparently.
But
I never heard about that until
I haven't
then.
experienced that, but yeah, I mean I'll believe anything. So I was just double careful whenever I used it. But I think that is a more sustainable way of cleaning your teeth than microplastics for
Yeah,
sure.
because we have to
Than the
remember, like,
bristles.
the 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 grill brush, it like makes your gums bleed, but like your
It's
gums can
temporary.
heal. Yeah, it's temporary.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah. It's just
microplastics are there forever.
it's just
You
like
know?
people that cry like, okay, this is something that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you floss? Are you a flosser?
I floss like once a day.
Okay, good. Yeah, like so for me it's and I learned this from someone and it's been pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'll floss if I eat meat, but if I
Oh
eat like
yes,
other but if I eat
100%.
like other things, it's like I don't really need to
Yeah.
unless I feel something stuck in my mouth, you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
Um
That's actually how I
so
floss as well. I actually don't floss every day. I
okay.
floss on those two metrics. If I feel something in my teeth,
Yeah.
or if I eat meat, because I don't
Yeah.
want meat in my fucking teeth because I think that feels rancid.
It's just well, it is rancid, it's bad.
Yeah,
But
100%.
I'll talk to people and I'm like, do you floss? They're like talking about like, my teeth stuck or whatever. I'm like, well, do you floss or do you even? I'm not even gonna
What do
like
you
go
do?
down brush, do you brush
Yeah.
your teeth like, and then they say, oh no, it hurts.
Oh
Yeah,
my
because you don't do it.
god.
Because you don't do it. So if you do, so the one time that you do it, the one time a year that you do it, yeah, of course it's gonna
Oh,
bleed.
it hurts.
Because your gums got all this fucking shit built up in it.
Oh my
You have all this
god.
fucking garbage
Your gums are inflamed.
caked in your mouth. Like, yeah, you got to get all that shit out so you gotta clean it. You gotta clean the inside of your teeth at least once in a while. Like, goddamn.
God, that's
This
amazing.
is
Oh no,
similar
they
thing with like
hurt.
brushing your teeth too. I'm sure. Like, holy shit, you're going crazy.
That's like,
Um,
God, like what the fuck? Like, no, it hurts. It's like, yeah,
it's
well, like
crazy.
you're chewing. It's
Yeah.
literally like penny wise, pound stupid. You know, it's like, oh, I'm taking this ongoing pain rather than dealing with one big pain, but like less pain overall. You know, like
Mhm.
oh my gosh, that's something that always kind of surprises me, and I think is like one of the biggest tells of if somebody. I have to go back to like the substance use thing because like when you said about the flossing and like not flossing because it hurts, it reminded me of like the guys that we would see at the halfway house who would not drink water, and it's like it's so
What?
fucking easy. They just don't drink water. They just don't like.
Like they just because it's like well for some people it's kind of strange. It seems like not drinking water is like a personality
It
trait
is, yeah. It's like no, I don't.
for
I
some
remember
people.
there was this client. This wasn't at the halfway house. This was at the mental health crisis unit I worked on, and this guy was like proudly, I don't drink water, and he would
Yeah,
get the most salted
proud.
shit.
Yeah,
He literally took diuretics and anti-diuretics so that he could pee in the morning and then retain the little water that he had in his system throughout the day. That's how
that's
fucked up his and all. It was
incredible.
just like a diet. It's like, dude, just fucking drink water. Like
Just drink the fucking water.
he would only drink
What
juice.
does he think that like he's gonna get fluoride brain brain poisoning or
It's
something?
I don't.
Like,
It's like you said. It's like you
which we do
said.
not agree with. We
We
do
don't
not
agree with
believe
that.
in
That's a negative conspiracy. We
conspiracy
love
theories.
fluoride in our water.
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah,
We
I need
think there
it.
should be more
I actually
fluoride in
put.
water, actually.
I actually will get fluoride compound and mix it in my morning drink. Okay,
It's in my
that's
filter. It's
it's
in
in my
the water
filter.
filter. Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
the filter in my water filter.
it's in my
Just the
filter. My
fluoride
fish
filter.
tank. My
Yep.
fish got it. Their teeth are
Yeah,
amazing.
my fish's name is Fluoride.
Yeah, Florida.
Florida.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I kind of like lost the plot a bit. There was something I was gonna connect it to, but now I lost it. But
The
anyway,
substance abuse. People that drink
yeah,
water.
and
They
then the
don't drink water.
flossing, and then but there was something else that I was gonna come back to that actually made sense, but now I lost it because
Oops.
I'm too gay, unfortunately. Many such cases.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
You
you know,
should you should consider not doing that.
I should try that.
Nuts.
Well,
My cat's being cute. Okay, yeah.
that's
You
fun.
wanna get the hell out of here?
We should get the fuck out of
All
here,
right,
and
let's get
we
the
should
fuck
say a
out of here.
special goodbye for the holiday season. What is something you're grateful for?
What am I grateful for? I mean, it's very cliche, but
Mm-hmm.
the more I kind of look around and I think about like how I've been in my life. I am actually pretty grateful for my health. Like I haven't had any like major health concerns.
Yeah,
Um,
I
you
don't
know,
think about that much.
I haven't had to like go to a doctor because I'm uninsured because I mean I it's such a fucking scam. And it's like I'm too lazy to go get insured. Like that's like the bottom line. And I've been fortunate enough that I don't have to go do that. You know, I don't have to go to a doctor, and I've been pretty fine.
You get to save a
So
little bit of money too. I mean, I wouldn't say a little bit. It's actually pretty good, but
sure, it's quite a bit of money.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely fortunate. No, that's I don't think I do think about that every once in a while. Um, but yeah, like, because that's something. It's like, oh, when you're 30 as a guy, you should get your asshole checked out and all this other stuff. Like, fuck,
That's
man,
right. That's gonna start.
I could be
Yeah.
growing cancer
Christ.
fucking cells. I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hope not. Like, I present like I don't eat healthy, but I actually do eat pretty decently healthy, I would say. Um, but
Yeah, but it's like quasi inevitable, or not inevitable, but like
yeah, it's not like a food thing
you know.
anyway. But like,
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
what I want to say is that I take better care of myself than I present outwardly to people.
Got it.
Um,
Like King Cobra JFS.
yes, he on
He's a very
screen
healthy
he eats a
person off
pizza that's been
screen.
sitting out for 3 days. Behind the scenes, he's actually getting adrenochrome injections,
Hmm.
so he's really healthy.
Which we don't believe in.
You know, I think what would I say I'm thankful for? I
Yeah,
guess
what are you thankful
I would
for?
say, the thing that I reflect on the most in my life is just the charity of others. Um, because have I told the manager story on the podcast yet though? The one about uh, delivering pizzas.
I don't know.
I don't think
I
I did.
if you did, I don't remember it being on the pod.
Yeah, I've like told the story to like everybody because it's always so funny. But I used to work at a golf resort, and when I started working there, I was a dishwasher, and at one point they had the dishwashers deliver pizzas out to the golf villas, which are like the fancier places that you could choose to stay. And so I would go and deliver these pizzas, and I would usually get tipped pretty well. And it used to become like a running kind of thing, like, oh, how much you come back with this time? And the one time I come back, there's like a bunch of serving staff there from the restaurant. There's the cooks, and my manager Mark is like, hey Borley, how much you got this time? And I just hold up a $20 bill, and he goes, people take one look at you and they feel sorry for you.
I okay, I don't remember. I don't think you said it on the pod, because I yeah, I would remember that. I fucking love that.
God, well, he
That's
said the
so
first part, which
funny.
was the
It's
reason you get
so
tipped so well is because
freaking
people take
funny.
one look at you and they feel sorry for you. And that
I love that
statement
one.
and that sentiment is like crystallized in my mind.
So funny. Is it like a kind of I don't use the term traumatic, but like is that like a core
Traumatic.
memory of you? Like yeah,
I mean,
like
it's not a negative. I mean, he was saying it in like a funny way.
a very like jovial way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he was actually a really good manager. Like
Yeah.
he was a really good guy. I can't tell you what he does now because you will lose all respect for him.
He's a pimp.
He flips houses.
He would gain respect
So
actually.
so
He flips houses.
he flipped houses initially, and then he got into Airbnbs.
Ugh.
So not really doing
Oh my
very
God. Not
economically
doing God's
moral work.
work.
No, no, we
Yeah.
don't agree with that work here on the podcast. Okay.
Like seriously, that is
Yeah,
so
no, like
fucked. That's
ho-
disgusting.
housing is more important than stupid vacation shit. There's other ways to there's other options for housing for that than just fucking having a home be
It's
some
such a
passive income
waste.
bullshit. Um,
Yeah, he's working as passive income.
he found it.
He
I can tell you right now, it's
finally
not
found
fucking
the path.
passive income, that's for sure. But I can,
Well,
because he's
friend of
doing a lot of work to do it.
well, yeah, friend of the show told me about Airbnb where Like you have to do chores. Like they have a list of chores that you
What?
have to do. Yeah,
Chores?
it's awesome.
I would fucking. That's why Airbnbs are dog shit. You go to a
Holy
hotel, they do
hell.
the chores for you. You go to Airbnb, you
Yes.
gotta do chores.
You have to do the chores. There's a list of chores you have to do before you go. Like,
Oh
oh my
my
God. I mean,
god.
I kind of get it because like, people like you don't want to have the place trash, but it's like, motherfucker, it's your property. It's your property, your problem. All
Yeah,
right.
right? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I
Like
don't fucking live here. This is
you
your
just you just
shit.
you just gotta hope that people are decent. That's the quandary of the innkeeper.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you need to be there and like police him a little bit then instead of just
No,
being off in your fucking villa
they'll
a
monitor it
couple
through
states away.
cameras. Like, yeah, through 10,
Literally,
10, 10
yeah.
states away. Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. People that
Yeah.
own multiple properties, it's like,
Yeah.
God, you fucking, what are you doing?
Yeah, we hate you.
And we hate you
But I don't even
with
I
all love
said,
and respect.
yeah. So I guess finishing my
Yeah,
gratefulness or whatever
yeah,
thing was just,
yeah.
I just really, the thing that I reflect on the most probably in my life is just people being charitable towards me. That's the thing that I think about the most. Cause that's just, I think probably every person I know has been charitable towards me. Um, and I like to think back on what my manager said, and that like I am an ongoing charity case for every person that knows me.
That is so fucking funny.
uh,
Yeah, I just believe altruism is the thing that like keeps this world going. Like without it, there's like no point.
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like my, I call it like the positive nihilism, where it's like because nothing matters, why don't you just be good?
yeah. Why not just choose a
Who
good
gives a
option? Yeah,
who gives a shit? Like
yeah,
none of this fucking matters, so just be decent.
yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
it's just
You
that's
know.
always been my take.
Yeah.
Well, I like isn't that same manager's the one that like you didn't have enough gas to get home or whatever, and he just like
Yeah,
swiped his
yeah,
card.
yeah. I had to like tell. I was like, hey, I don't have enough gas to like actually get home. Like, and then he's like, okay, follow me to the Citgo. And so we could drive down there, and he just swipes his card and drives off. He doesn't tell me like how much to put in. I only put in like $3, or I only put like a
Yeah,
gallon. But like I could have just fucking filled up. Like he wasn't there to
yeah,
stop me, Like he didn't
yeah.
tell me not how much to put in or not, Like he just fucking drove away. So like that guy was always good for everything. He was a noble souled individual.
He
I
was a
will
good
say.
man. He was corrupted.
Actually, yeah.
Agreed.
You want to know what happened? So he only came to work there because his girlfriend was working there. So he came to
Uh-oh.
work there as the head chef, and
Yeah.
then his girlfriend was cheating on him. So like
Oh
all
boy.
the frontline staff left, and then that's how I got hired to work as a cook. So that's
Okay.
how I
Yeah.
got my opportunity.
Yeah.
But it was a huge drama. It was fucking crazy and terrible.
Man, I
So
love restaurant hospitality
yeah,
life just for that.
it's such
I
a
like that's the
crazy
only part I
shit.
miss. Like the fucking the physical labor.
Oh, that
I
part
don't think I'll
sucks.
ever miss, but
Yeah.
like
Dude, I
just
had a
the
nightmare one
wild
time.
shit that happened.
I had like a nightmare. This is when I knew I had to stop working on the line and like cooking for like restaurant stuff. Is
Mhm.
because like I had a dream where in my room it was just wall, ceiling, floor, fucking like fryers and timers going off, and then
Oh God.
the ticket machine chirping with tickets coming in, and I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like. I actually had a dream. I don't dream often, or I don't remember my dreams. It's very rare
yeah,
for me. And I went to
yeah.
work and I told them that I was like, I gotta stop doing this. So like, I
That's
think like a month
wild.
later, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this, and I'll come back and I'll work banquets, but I'm
Hmm.
not cooking line anymore. So
Yeah.
I switched over to banquets. Like, holy fuck.
I've never worked the line, confession. Well, actually, I have like once or twice, but not like as a regular position. I've always
It's
been.
oh
I worked. See, I did. My claim to fame was I worked in omelet station.
yeah, I remember you talking about that a lot. Yeah,
I loved doing
that
that,
sounds
man.
that sounds more your style because you're
That
like
is
you're a little front
super.
facing too.
Yeah,
You get a little you get a
100%.
little
Yeah,
interaction. Yeah.
yeah. People loved it. People loved me up there. That was good, and I can handle like that kind of like cooking stress or pressure or
Yeah, I
whatever,
was
where
gonna
there's
say
like
pressure because they're
a
right
bunch of
there.
people sitting there, and I'm like, well, I'm just fucking. I just gotta do. I have two fryers right now. This is all I can do right now.
Yeah,
So
you're
like,
literally physically handicapped.
I'm mentally and physically handicapped.
You are mentally and
That
physically handicapped. Congratulations.
that was on my name tag.
Oh
But,
my! I am
like, you know what?
mentally and hi. I am mentally and physically handicapped.
That was like in lieu of my name. That's what
That's
it
amazing.
said. Well, it's like at a grocery store, a local grocery store, they have like these things that are like saying, "Hi, I'm new. Be patient with me." And I'm
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
like a badge of shame a little bit.
That's
Like I get
so.
it, but
Oh
like I don't
God.
know. I feel like I would hate that more than people being mean to me
Okay.
just because it's natural.
I got one question. This is a question for everyone. Friends of the pod, even
Mhm.
enemies.
This is for the friends.
This is for everyone. Okay, so when I'm driving, sometimes I drive a lot for my job, okay? And sometimes I see some people that drive bad, and I'm like, wow, this guy is an arsler. And then I see that they have the handicap sticker on their car, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Does
Oh,
that make me a bad person?
I mean, I have my answer, lock, stock, and in the barrel. But
Okay.
if the friends want to chime in,
The friend's gonna chime in. I think everyone
please
needs
let
to
us
leave
know,
a comment
friends.
telling us if I'm a bad person.
If we see you say yes or no, if we see you say yes or no, then we will know what you're alluding to, dear friends.
Your friend. Yeah, leave that, then we'll know. Because
Yeah.
otherwise we won't. We won't know what you're saying. We won't understand.
Yeah, no, don't make it obvious, because then that'll show us the true fans. You
Yeah.
know?
It's like you watch to the end, so you get a secret message
Yeah,
to send off. Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
yep. Secret handshake.
Yeah. Well, time for us to secret hand job out of here.
We gotta get our crystals glowing
Mm-hmm. Together.
together.
Yup.
How will you know?
Because they glow in the moonlight. I saw it glow when I'm jacking it with a bro.
I saw the TV glow.
I saw the T. I love that. I'm gonna see it
I
again.
liked it too. It was a real good one.
You know what? What kind of day should they have, Fauntleroy?
You already know what it is. You
What's it?
guys, I hope you have a Fauntleroy day.
Oh
Today,
my god.
tomorrow, and every goddamn day of your life.
Oh my gosh.
No, let no day be a Fauntleroy day.
A
Okay?
Fauntleroy day. It should be a Fauntleroy day.
Fauntleroy day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye for now.